Os. Age Uke is not meant to protect you. It is meant to keep you from collapsing. In a fight, the most dangerous moment is not when you attack. It's when you're forced to endure. When the pressure rises. When the strike comes in full force. When your head is on the line. Two things can happen. Either your structure breaks, or it holds. And the one whose structure holds always gains the upper hand. Always. Age Uke is not a reflex. It's not just raising the arm. It's refusing collapse. This movement is not meant to impress. It is meant to preserve the integrity of the body under maximum constraint. And if you think Age Uke is only there to block a strike, then you're already late in the exchange. Today, we're going to understand why Age Uke is one of the most decisive movements in Shotokan. How it prevents posture from breaking. How it dissipates force without rigidity. And how it prepares the exact moment when the pressure shifts sides. Here, we don't block to survive. We block to stay in control. Welcome to Shotokan Lab. In this series, we're diving deep together into the hidden biomechanics of Shotokan karate. No myths. No mysticism. Here, we're chasing the real, what the body actually does, what truly generates the power, speed, and precision in our techniques. We'll analyze, break down, and even test, to scientifically understand the movements we've been practicing for decades. Why do they work so well? How can we optimize every single motion to become more effective, stronger, and more aware of our own body? Shotokan is an ancient art, but its physical logic is incredibly modern. Ready to rediscover your karate from a whole new angle? Then, let's get started. Chapter 1, The Triangular Structure. Age Uke works through shape before it works through force. When performed correctly, it does not form a fragile line. It creates a triangle. Forearm, upper arm, torso, supported shoulder, vertical spine, stable base. This triangular structure is one of the strongest forms the human body can produce. Why? Because a triangle does not collapse easily. Applied force does not break the structure. On the contrary, it contributes to it. It is redistributed. In a well-executed Age Uke, the forearm does not absorb the impact alone. The body forms an intuitive, natural, and solid structure. The shoulder supports. The back stabilizes. The hips balance. This is not just a raised arm. It is instinct, refined into a complete and coherent frame. That's why Age Uke is so effective against high-line attacks, straights, crosses, fast jabs, hooks, and downward strikes, where a simple arm raise bends or retreats. The triangular structure holds firm. Age Uke doesn't block the attack. It imposes a frame. And that frame prevents your structure from collapsing. Chapter 2. Force Transmission. The second key of Age Uke is invisible to the naked eye. When impact arrives, it must never stay in the arm. An arm that absorbs force alone gets tired, locks up, and gets injured. In Age Uke, force is transmitted toward the center. Impact reaches the forearm, travels through the shoulder, crosses the torso, and dissipates through the hips and into the lower body. The body becomes an energy dissipator, like a biomechanical lightning rod. Energy strikes and disappears into the ground. That's why Age Uke doesn't violently recoil. It absorbs without suffering. The base stays solid. The center of gravity stays low. Posture does not break. This mechanism protects not only the arm, but also the cervical spine and the high line. Age Uke doesn't push the attack away. It lets it die inside the body. When transmission is correct, the opponent often feels an immediate loss of power, as if their attack collapsed into emptiness. This is not force against force. It is intelligent structure. Chapter 3. Natural Preloading. The third point is what makes Age Uke far more than a block. As the arm rises, it prepares. The shoulders are already oriented. The hips are already engaged. The weight is already set. There is no dead time. At the exact moment, the attack is neutralized. The body is ready to respond. Gyakusuki, Uraken, MP, Shotokan. Whatever the technique, the position is already optimal. This is called natural preloading. Age Uke prepares the attack, while it protects. The defender doesn't endure the exchange. He transforms it. In advanced kata, Age Uke often appears at the heart of transitions. Never isolated. Always connected. Because in Shotokan, defense is never passive. It is already a response. Already an intention. Already an attack in the making. Age Uke doesn't stop the action. It redirects it toward initiative. Conclusion. Age Uke is not a spectacular block. It is a pillar. A robust triangular structure. Intelligent force transmission. Natural preloading. That turns defense into immediate response. It does not chase impact. It builds stability. It protects posture, as much as it protects the fighter. And as often in Shotokan, true effectiveness does not come from visible force, but from the invisible form that supports the structure. Understand Age Uke, and you will understand how to stay standing under pressure, how to absorb without yielding, and how attack and defense become one. In the next episode, we'll leave this protective structure for the most unpredictable strike in karate. Uraken. A strike that comes out of nowhere, hits like lightning, and breaks the rhythm of the fight in an instant. The autopsy of Shotokan continues. Train clean. Strike true. Os.